पुन्हा एकदा सर्व उपस्थितांचं स्वागत. आपण पुढच्या कार्यक्रमाकडे वळूया.
Thank you very much for being a patient audience. Thank you so much and welcome back to. I'm sure the film on FTII must have taken you through the journey from Film Institute of India to Film and Television Institute of India. And during this 60 years of journey, we all FTIIans actually operate with one password. And that password is Wisdom Tree. I'm sure sir must have seen it while coming to the main theater.
ये विजडम ट्री तो एफटीआई की शान है. इसके बिना एफटीआई का वर्णन अधूरा ही है. और इस पेड़ से सभी को बहुत लगाव है और ये पेड़ हम सभी को बहुत एनर्जी भी देता है. एंड वी ऑल आर श्योर दैट ये जो पेड़ होते हैं ये हम सब के लिए बहुत सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी होते हैं इन डिफरेंट फील्ड्स. मिलिन एनी स्मॉल एक्ट और इवन एनी स्मॉल थॉट कैन क्रिएट नॉलेज. ज्ञान कई तरह का होता है. ज्ञान, विज्ञान, तंत्रज्ञान, ऐसे अलग अलग नाम से हम उसे जानते हैं. ज्ञान किसी भी तरह का हो मगर उसे आत्मसात करने के लिए अगर किसी का शुभाशीर्वाद हो तो कठिन रास्ता भी एकदम आसान हो जाता है. और इसीलिए अब हम ज्ञान की देवी सरस्वती माँ का वंदन करते हैं.
Now let us pray the goddess Saraswati with some sur and soul. I request Madam Archana Barsode from CCW Electrical Department to present a beautiful Saraswati Vandana.
या कुंदेनु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रामृता या वीणावर दण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः दैवे सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा. थैंक यू अर्चना मैम. इस स्तवन से हमने सरस्वती माँ को आवाहन तो कर दिया, लेकिन कथाओं में हम सुनते हैं कि भगवान किसी भी रूप में आते हैं. हमारे सामने कभी भी वो आ सकते हैं और कई बार वो तो अतिथि के रूप में हमारे सामने आते हैं. इसीलिए हम लोग बोलते हैं अतिथि देवो भव. अतिथि का स्वागत करना, उनका सम्मान करना, ये तो हमारी परंपरा है और ये परंपरा हम भी आज यहाँ पूरी तरह से निभाने जा रहे हैं.
Yes, absolutely. Many guests from different walks of life have visited FTII in the past 60 years. But the Chief of Army Staff's visit is happening for the first time today, and it is a unique moment for all of us, I'm sure. And to make this moment memorable, now I request Director FTII to honor our Chief Guest, General M.M. Naravane. It's a gift, actually. We are gifting General Sahab a beautiful FTII stole. There is a beautiful book that we have come up titled as Being FTII, which covers the memories of 60 years. And a photo of our gorgeous FTII campus which is framed. Thank you, sir.
मिलिन, अगर डीन ये वर्ड एक एब्रिविएशन होता तो डायनेमिक, एनर्जेटिक, एक्टिव एंड नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल, ऐसा उसका हमें लॉन्ग फॉर्म करना पड़ता, क्योंकि आज के हमारे डीन प्रोफेसर शाहरे जी को ये परफेक्ट मैच होता है.
बिल्कुल, मैं कहूंगा उनको परफेक्टली सूट होता है. प्रोफेसर शाहरे जी जिन्होंने अभी टेलीविजन विंग की हाल ही में टेलीविजन विंग की बागडोर संभाली है एज अ डीन टेलीविजन. I request him to welcome you all with his speech. Professor Sandeep Shahare.
Good evening to one and all. Today's chief guest, General M.M. Naravane ji, Chief of Army Staff, guests of honor, Dr. Jabbar Patel and Sai Paranjpye, FTII Director, Bhupendra Kanthola, Dean Films, Dheeraj Meshram, Registrar, Syed Ravi Hashmi, heads of various organizations, FTII ex-employees, HODs and section heads. On behalf of Film and Television Institute of India, I warmly welcome you all to the renaming ceremony. And I'm thankful to General Naravane, as well as Dr. Jabbar Patel and Sai Paranjpye, who took time from their busy schedule and graced the occasion. Year 2021 is a very special year for all of us. It is a Diamond Jubilee of FTII, as well as Golden Jubilee of Television Wing. So on this special occasion, we are renaming our television building as P L Deshpande Television Building, our TV Studio 1 as P Kumar Vasudev High Definition Studio, which we recently converted, and TV Studio 2 as Vijay Mulay Television Studio. So contribution of these three multidimensional personalities to the Indian cinema, or Indian television, is unmatched. And we are honored by renaming this. Success of Television Wing is mainly because of its dedicated and hardworking employees. Few of them are present here, very much in this hall, and I'm thankful to all of them who dedicated their entire life towards the growth of Television Wing, and they are still supporting Television Wing for the same. Taking inspiration from you all, my present team is equally dedicated and hardworking, and they are contributing with same energy and passion. Even in the days of pandemic, my television faculty conducted regular online sessions for 2019 batch, as well as they conducted online sessions for 2020 batch. One of the significant of Television Wing is short courses. ऐसा नहीं है short courses पहले नहीं हुआ करते थे. Previously we used to conduct short courses, around 15-20 short courses in a year, but were restricted only to Pune campus. But under Skilling India in Film and Television, we conducted more than 192 short courses in 43 cities all over India, and thereby training 7,500 participants in the field of cinema and television. So we came out of Pune and reached all over India. Pandemic came in March 2020, and we could not conduct our short courses further, offline short courses to be precise. But it was vision of our Bhupendra Kanthola sir. And once again, it was initiative of Television Wing that FTI entered into online education. And special initiative was taken by Professor Milind Amle. And we entered into online education, and as of now, we conducted 107 online short courses and trained more than 3,200 participants. And out of which 33 are from outside India. So we are conducting regular courses, we are conducting weekend courses for the professionals who are unable to join regularly. Even we are conducting evening courses from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We are conducting night courses also from 9:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. daily. So as to promote this cinema and television education all over. We also conduct children courses so that this we can plant seed at the very early age so that they know that this is also one of the career opportunity apart from engineering, medicine, and pharmacy. In the Golden Jubilee year of FTII's TV wing, we will be conducting many seminars, workshops, conferences, master classes, panel discussions, and many such activities. I look forward towards your guidance and support as presently you are extending. With these words, I once again welcome all of you, and I'm thankful to General M.M. Naravane, Dr. Jabbar Patel, and Sai Paranjpye Madam, and all the distinguished guests for gracing this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shahriji. We are all looking forward to the 50th year's celebrations. And in the recent past, FTI has presented some unique programs, especially for the Punekar Rasiks, or I would say Rasik Punekars, like Padarpan and Open Day, and they have been given fantastic responses. Even now during the pandemic, we are celebrating the Masters of Cinema online through our Smarananjali event. And this is all happening under the leadership of our director FTII, Shri Bhupendra Kanthula. Even today's event is happening with his guidance and support. I request Director Saab to address us with his thoughts on this special day today. Director FTI, Shri Bhupendra Kanthula.
एफटीआई के टेलीविजन विंग के स्वर्ण जयंती वर्ष कार्यक्रम के हमारे मुख्य अतिथि भारत के सेनाध्यक्ष जनरल नरवणे जी, आज के कार्यक्रम के हमारे सम्माननीय अतिथि सई परांजपे जी और डॉक्टर जब्बार पटेल जी, एफटीआई के मेरे वरिष्ठ सहयोगी फिल्म संकायाध्यक्ष श्री धीरज मेश्राम, टेलीविजन संकायाध्यक्ष श्री संदीप शाहरे और कुल सचिव श्री सैयद रवि हाशमी, P L देशपांडे जी, पी कुमार वासुदेव जी और वसंत मुळे जी के परिजन और आज के इस विशेष कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित सभी अतिथि और एफटीआई परिवार के सदस्यगण, सबसे पहले इस खास कार्यक्रम में मैं आप सभी का स्वागत करता हूं। एफटीआई यानी सिनेमा और टेलीविजन की आईआईटी, इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी ऑफ सिनेमा, ये वो जगह है जहां सिनेमा को सिर्फ मनोरंजन नहीं बल्कि एक कला और एक कौशल, एक आर्ट और एक क्राफ्ट के रूप में देखा जाता है। अब से थोड़ी देर पहले हमारे सेनाध्यक्ष के कर कमलों से टीवी प्रखंड में स्मृति समर्पण कार्यक्रम हुआ। P L देशपांडे, महाराष्ट्र के विराट सांस्कृतिक आकाश के ध्रुव तारा, बहुआयामी प्रतिभा के संपन्न P L का एफटीआई से गहरा संबंध था। उनकी अनेक रिकॉर्डिंग्स यहां हुई है और आज से 42 साल पहले एफटीआई के 16वें दीक्षांत समारोह में वे मुख्य अतिथि थे। पी कुमार वासुदेव, एफटीआई के निर्देशन तथा पटकथा लेखन और फोटोग्राफी के सबसे पहले बैच के छात्र, भारत के पहले और अत्यंत लोकप्रिय दूरदर्शन धारावाहिक हम लोग के निर्देशक के रूप में उन्हें आज भी याद किया जाता है। मेरी पीढ़ी तो हम लोग धारावाहिक देखकर बड़ी हुई और पी कुमार वासुदेव तथा पटकथा लेखक मनोहर श्याम जोशी की जोड़ी ने 1984-1985 के दौरान जो इतिहास रचा, उसे हम कभी भूल नहीं सकते। पी कुमार वासुदेव दिल्ली और मुंबई दूरदर्शन के निर्माता भी रहे। और देश में टेलीविजन इंजीनियरिंग की नींव रखने वाले शीर्ष व्यक्तित्वों में प्रोफेसर वसंत मुळे की गिनती होती है। कल्पना कीजिए, वर्ष 1958, आज से 63 साल पहले, 63 इयर्स अगो, जब देश में सिर्फ एक कैमरा, बस एक ट्रांसमीटर और केवल 25 टेलीविजन सेट थे। इनके साथ टेलीविजन का प्रायोगिक प्रसारण प्रारंभ हुआ। ऐसे समय में वसंत मुळे दूरदर्शन में आए और फिर एक साल बाद प्रोफेसर मुळे और P L देशपांडे जी, जो उन दिनों दिल्ली दूरदर्शन में प्रोग्रामर थे, उन दोनों को 15 सितंबर 1959 को दूरदर्शन के सबसे पहले आधिकारिक प्रसारण की संयुक्त जिम्मेदारी सौंपी गई थी। आज हम जिस टेलीविजन प्रखंड की स्वर्ण जयंती मना रहे हैं, वो पहले टेलीविजन प्रशिक्षण केंद्र, टेलीविजन ट्रेनिंग सेंटर हुआ करता था और उसकी स्थापना में प्रोफेसर मुळे का बहुत बड़ा योगदान था। दूरदर्शन केंद्र मुंबई, सिंहगढ़ टीवी रिले स्टेशन पुणे, ऐसे जगहों की स्थापना में भी उन्होंने सक्रिय भूमिका निभाई थी। प्रोफेसर मुळे लगभग 12 साल FTII में बतौर शिक्षक रहे थे। आज इस पावन अवसर पर FTII इन 3 बड़ी विभूतियों को नमन करता है। अक्सर जब FTII की चर्चा होती है तो लोग सिर्फ सिनेमा की बात करते हैं और ये भूल जाते हैं कि यहां टेलीविजन की भी पढ़ाई होती है। 2003 में टेलीविजन के सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स शुरू होने के बाद टेलीविजन के छात्रों ने अनेक राष्ट्रीय और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सम्मान जीते। कई वर्षों से टेलीविजन के छात्र छात्राओं की वजह से FTII का सीना चौड़ा हुआ है और आज वो ऐतिहासिक दिन जब हम यहां टेलीविजन खंड की स्वर्ण जयंती मना रहे हैं। पिछले कुछ वर्षों में FTII पुणे की सीमा को लांघ गया। हजारों ऐसे लोग जो फिल्म और टेलीविजन की कला सीखना चाहते थे पर किसी मजबूरी की वजह से यहां नहीं आ सकते थे, यहां आकर पढ़ाई नहीं कर सकते थे, ऐसे लोगों के लिए FTII पुणे के बाहर जाकर उन्हें सिखाने लगी। ऐसे ही एक छोटे से प्रयास को अभी हमने थोड़ी देर पहले फिल्म में देखा कि कैसे इंडियन आर्मी के सहयोग से हमने पिछले 3 वर्षों में 2018 से अब तक कश्मीर में जाकर श्रीनगर, बारामुल्ला, पट्टन और उरी में अभिनय, एक्टिंग, पटकथा लेखन, स्क्रीन प्ले राइटिंग, डिजिटल फिल्म प्रोडक्शन, सिनेमाटोग्राफी, स्मार्टफोन फिल्म मेकिंग और फोटोग्राफी जैसे कोर्सेज हमने वहां के लोगों को उपलब्ध कराया। FTII ने कश्मीर के हैदरबैग पट्टन में 10th सेक्टर RR के जवानों के लिए फोटोग्राफी का कोर्स करवाया, जैसे आपने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले पर्दे पर देखा। उरी में 8 RR और 12 इन्फेंट्री ब्रिगेड के फौजी भाइयों के लिए FTII ने स्मार्टफोन फिल्म मेकिंग कोर्स का आयोजन किया। मैं विशेषकर उन दिनों चिनार कोर के GOC लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल AK भट्ट और बारामूला डैगर डिवीजन के GOC मेजर जनरल GS रावत का उल्लेख करना चाहता हूं, जिन्होंने FTII को पूरा सहयोग दिया। 10th सेक्टर RR के ब्रिगेडियर पटनायक, 79 माउंटेन ब्रिगेड के ब्रिगेडियर गिरीश कालिया और ऐसे अनेक सीनियर आर्मी अफसरों के सहयोग से FTII कश्मीर घाटी में यह सब कर पाया। मैं इस मंच से हमारे सेनाध्यक्ष को प्रस्ताव देना चाहता हूं कि फोटोग्राफी, वीडियोग्राफी, स्मार्टफोन फिल्म मेकिंग, यहां तक कि एक्टिंग भी, जिसे आजकल स्ट्रेस बस्टर के रूप में देखा जाता है, इन जैसे विधाओं में सेना को जहां भी FTII की जरूरत है, हम हाजिर होंगे। आप बस हमें आदेश दें। और अंत में मैं सेनाध्यक्ष जनरल नरवणे जी के प्रति समस्त FTII परिवार की तरफ से धन्यवाद निवेदन करता हूं कि आपने FTII आने का हमारा निमंत्रण स्वीकार किया और टेलीविजन विंग के स्वर्ण जयंती कार्यक्रम में शामिल होकर इसकी शोभा बढ़ाई और हमें अनुग्रहित किया। सई परांजपे जी और डॉक्टर जब्बार पटेल जी का भी मैं आभारी हूं कि बड़े अपनेपन से वे FTI के आमंत्रण पर आज यहाँ आए। इसी के साथ आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Director Sir, for elaborating on today's naming ceremony and our outreach programs also. Swami Vivekananda has said that meaning of life is contribution, and today we have two great personalities who have contributed through their art to the society. One of them is famous filmmaker Sai Paranjpye ji. She has been actively involved in various mediums like theatre, radio, television, films, and also teaching. She started her creative journey at the age of 8 by writing the book Mulansa Meva, Fairy Tales, and has been on the journey since then. Success achieved through innovation, Sai Paranjpye, the recipient of Padma Bhushan Award. आता मी जनरल नरवणे यांना विनंती करते की त्यांनी सई परांजपे यांचा सत्कार करावा.
ये खुद ही में एक ऐतिहासिक क्षण है जब जनरल साहब सई मैडम का सम्मान करने जा रहे हैं. हो सकता है ये पल कुछ ही क्षणों में फ्लैशबैक में जाए और वो फ्लैशबैक करीब 50 साल का होगा. वो फ्लैशबैक मैडम डायरेक्टर खुद यहाँ मौजूद है, मैं उस पर एलाबोरेट नहीं करना चाहूंगा, मगर उस फ्लैशबैक में सही मैडम एक 10 साल के बच्चे का बेबी सिटिंग कर रही होंगी और वो बच्चा और कोई नहीं, हमारे आज के चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ जनरल मनोज नरवणे जी. थैंक यू. Thank you. And now it is time to felicitate our another guest of honor. If I may say, Ghashiram Kotwal, Sinhasan, Samna, Umbartha, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, all these titles lead us to one man. And that man is eminent director, Dr. Jabbar Patel. His work for both theatre and films is considered as landmark with national and international awards and recognitions. Recipient of Padma Shri, Dr. Jabbar Patel. I request General Saab to felicitate Dr. Jabbar Patel. जब्बार सर और सई मैडम एक्चुअल में देखा जाए तो FTI के फैमिली मेंबर्स है. जब्बार सर हमारे सोसाइटी के वाइस चेयरमैन रह चुके हैं और सई मैडम हमारे यहाँ फैकल्टी रह चुकी है. तो एक्चुअली इनको गेस्ट्स ऑफ ऑनर ना कहते हुए हम लोग होस्ट्स ऑफ ऑनर भी कह सकते हैं. तो थैंक यू आवर होस्ट ऑफ ऑनर एंड जनरल साहब फॉर डूइंग द ऑनर.
आज हम टीवी विंग के 50वें साल में कदम रखने जा रहे हैं और इस शुभ अवसर पर हमारे साथ कुछ ऐसी हस्तियां मौजूद है जिन्होंने टीवी विंग को पहचान देने में अपना बड़ा योगदान दिया है. आई रिक्वेस्ट जनरल नरवणे टू ऑनर दीज स्पेशल गेस्ट टुडे.
सबसे पहले प्रोफेसर SP भाटीकर साहब, जो कि टेलीविजन विंग में 7 साल कार्यरत थे एज अ फॉर्मर डीन ऑफ द टेलीविजन विंग. आज हम उनका सम्मान करने वाले हैं. आज के इस कार्यक्रम के लिए भाटीकर साहब खासकर गोवा से उपस्थित हुए हैं. मैं उनका शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं. Thank you, sir. Once a student may not remain a student, but once a teacher always remains a teacher. And this line suits the best to our Professor Samar Nakhate. समर सर जिनके पूरे देश भर में छात्र है, जिन्होंने 20 साल टेलीविजन विंग में अपनी सर्विस दी है और डीन टेलीविजन भी रह चुके हैं, प्रोफेसर समर नखाते.
Now, I request Dr. Iftikhar Ahmed to come up the stage, please. Dr. Iftikhar was in service with the television wing for 24 years and also served as Dean Television. He is active in academics even today and constantly keeps trying to achieve higher goals. Dr. Iftikhar was in television for 27 years in FTI.
Thank you, sir.
याच वर्षी FTII मधून सेवानिवृत्त झालेले डीन टेलिव्हिजन प्रोफेसर राजेंद्र नारायण पाठक, a true professional of television engineering with thorough technical knowledge and patient teacher. Professor Pathak has served television wing from 1983 to 2021, that is 38 years of experience.
The one-year television course began in 2003 with a great amount of working behind it. The main active force was in the form of Professor Jayashree Kanal. आज हम 1 year टेलीविजन कोर्स में दिए गए उनके योगदान के लिए उनका सम्मान करने जा रहे हैं. Professor Jayashree Kanal. Kanal madam is also active in the online teaching and is always a helpful hand whenever we need her. Madam Jayashree Kanal may please come up the stage.
In our FTII family, we have some great active personalities, and one of them is Assistant Professor of Art Direction and Production Design, Shri Ashutosh Kavishwar. Today, we are honoring him for his creative work for putting up the monument replicas on 15th August and 26th January at the main gate of FTII.
Now it is time to felicitate Professor Sandeep Shahare, who is also our Dean Television. Shahare ji is also the executive head of the Center for Open Learning. Under his leadership since 2017, FTII has conducted 299 courses and he is just one course short of his triple century. All the best, Shahare ji, we are all with you. And now let us proceed to the publication of the special edition of Lensight. Today we have with us Professor A.S. Kanal, the founder editor of the Lensight, and the current editor, Professor Saxena, Pankaj Saxena sir. Both our senior FTIIans, I request both of them to please join us on this special moment. We are publishing the special edition of Lensight.
Lensight is our official publication, a unique one, which is an academic journal discussing many aspects of cinema. Any idea to be converted into product and service is process of tremendous hard work, and that is reflected in each issue of our Lensight.
Lovely. Let us have a photograph, please. Thank you so much. I request the dignitaries to take their seats, please. Thank you, Pankaj sir. Thank you, Kanal sir. जिनका नाम हमने टेलीविजन बिल्डिंग को दिया है, उन पूलक को हमारे इस कैंपस से बहुत लगाव था. प्रभात फिल्म से तो उनका रिश्ता काफी गहरा था. He had recorded his famous Nachre Mora here. He shot Gudacha Ganpati here. And the harmonium that you heard before the program and also in the short AV was also recorded in our TV studio. Today we have Dr. Jabbar Patel, who made a film on Pula, and interestingly, much of that film is also shot on this campus. Dr. Patel, who was loved by both Pula and Sunita Bai, if I may say so. And his film Ek Hota Vidushak is the proof of that, because Pula wrote for Dr. Patel after 39 years that he had left the film works. So we have Dr. Patel here today, and we are looking forward to hearing some interesting stories from him. I request Dr. Patel to please share his thoughts with us. Dr. Jabbar Patel, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. All the dignitaries on the stage dais, all the very respected people who love FTI, who love P L Deshpande, who love Mulay sir, and also Kumar, Vasudev, all are here. Thanks to all the teachers who taught so many students who are occupied practically, I think 80% of the film industry in Mumbai, Calcutta, and Chennai, everywhere. आम्ही विनोदाने असं म्हणतो, sorry for Marathi because sometimes some expressions are there which are better in Marathi. If you just close your eyes, डोळे मिटले आणि खडा घेतला आणि मुंबई इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये मारला की तो फक्त FTIच्या मोराला लागतो. They occupied so much, as camera people, editing, sound, direction, everywhere. And they are marked. I was in medical college when I was introduced first to a film institute here. And then people like Satish Bahadur and so many people are there who invited me because I was from theater. They said, okay, come and watch some films here. Watch. But still I was scared of the Bruksha, Bodhi Bruksha. Bhupen, I was very, very scared of the Bodhi Bruksha. पाय अडखळायचे. मी आता इथे येताना पण अडखळलो थोडं. Because I think it is the great thing the country has got from FTI. And I'm very happy that FTI has given such a good tribute to P L Deshpande. Also Vasant Mulay and Kumar Vasudev. Right, what Milind said, Pula was definitely connected to FTI. Even Prabhat days. I remember when I made a film on P L Deshpande, we came here. He said, I want to go to Prabhat's studio. There is FTI. And we came in front of the main square here. And he said, this was the office of Shantaramji. And one day, they used to say, Anda is coming. Anda is coming. At least 10 minutes before, everybody is saying, Ashish, Anda is coming. It was such a, telling it to the chief of army staff, such a kind of discipline in cinema is rare. But Shantaramji was such a terror here. He said कि यहाँ की चिड़िया भी चुप हो जाती हैं कि अंडा आ रहे हैं बाहर. So, and P L Deshpande was so overwhelmed. I said, really, that man was such a great thing here. Then he took me to the recording studio. There was an old mic there. And he said, do you know, this is the mic where I shot Asha Bhosle with Natsare Mora. There's a song, Natsare Mora, which is now practically immortal thing. Sir, you must be knowing from your childhood. It's been recorded here in the studio here. And he said, Arey, the same mic is here. So this was the association. So I thank you very much giving such a tribute. All the Marathi-speaking people in the world who admire P L Deshpande. And all the Maharashtrians, sir, crores of them. On all behalf of all these people, I thank you very much for naming this building as P L Deshpande. Really, it is and it's not only just that, but see, his touch is here. The first television started in 1957-58, for which he went to BBC for studying the whole thing. And it was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru who inaugurated the first television studio, and he was there for 1.5 years. Such a great legend. People say he's a man of humor, Vinodi Lekhak. But to me, if you ask me, he was a man, champion of freedom. आविष्कार स्वातंत्र्य, भाषण स्वातंत्र्य, लेखन स्वातंत्र्याचा खरा पुरस्कर्ता हा या देशामध्ये जे काही होऊन गेले त्यामधलं पु ल देशपांडे एक फार मोठं नाव आहे. आज आम्ही सगळे कलावंत सर या ठिकाणी जे अतिशय मनाला येईल ते लिहितो, मनाला येईल ते करतो, याचं पुष्कळचं कारण एक असे एक फिलॉसॉफर तत्ववेते पु ल देशपांडेसारखे इथं होते, हे सगळ्यात महत्वाचं. I was fortunate I worked with him. And it'll be really surprising. When I was just a 13-year-old, when I heard him actually reading Tujhe Hai Tuj Pashi in Sholapur, my native place. It come to Dr. Diwakar, his relative. I was very fortunate. When I was 13. I still remember the reading of P L Deshpande's Tujhe Hai Tuj Pashi. And all that Indori Marathi, अरे भाई करून राहिलेला आहे. still in my ears, still. And he was a champion of this whole thing that, look, he said, I hate teachers. What does that mean? Hey, karu naka. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. I said, hated my teachers, the people who taught me music, who taught me literature, the poetry. I loved them because they say, Purushottam, you're a manala iltikar. So I love that. And we, all the artists in Maharashtra, we follow this message of P L Deshpande that you must say what you like, you must write what you like, you must make films, you must make theater. I also performed as Sham in Tujhe Tu Spashi, and we were closely connected. And suddenly, after Ghashiram Kotwal, I requested him, can I get a play from him? And he saw the performance in Bal Gandharv. I still remember we were just walking out. I was about to escort him to the car. He was driving himself. He said, Jabbar, you know Brecht's three-penny opera? I said, of course. And suddenly he said, sir, I'm writing three-penny opera for you. The title will be Teen Paisa Tha Tamasha. It was the first play in his life which he wrote, but he did not direct. I said, Jabbar, I believe in so much after watching Ghashram that please direct Teen Paisa Tha Tamasha. I still remember, I said, Bhai, you're not written the film. And then, after Gudasa Ganpati, 39 years after Gudasa Ganpati, he said, I am inspired by Chaplin, and I want to say something about humor, and he wrote Ek Hota Vidushak for me. So this was my association with him till his last days. To me, I think I always take him that humor was great with all the nuances. The writings were great. All characters he created, they were all great. Still, they're all immortal here. And the most important thing was, I think he was a great philosopher. He was a great admiring of romanticism, all the positivism in life. All characters say this. And he loved music. He loved music. He not only loved traditional music, but he loved Kumar Gandhar. He loved Kishori Amonkar. He loved Vasant Deshpande, all the odd things. And he promoted so many things. So today, I'm very happy when you invited me here with such great personalities here to pay tribute to my guru. I'm happy with the family of P L Deshpande is here, family of Mulay Sahib is here. Thank you for inviting all the families here. That's a great occasion. So thank you very much again. Saying few words because I start talking about P L Deshpande, it will be hours and hours and hours. Such a great person he was. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
थँक्यू जब्बार सर. तुमच्या पु ल देशपांडे आणि FTIच्या सगळ्या आठवणी ऐकताना आम्ही सुद्धा इतके रंगून गेलो त्यात की हे असंच चालू राहावं असं आम्हालाही वाटत होतं. आमची पिढी ज्या फिल्म्स पाहत वाढली त्यातल्या मनावर ठसलेल्या सिनेमांपैकी काही होते स्पर्श, कथा आणि यासारखे वेगळे चित्रपट. सई परांजपे, मेकर ऑफ वंडरफुल फिल्म्स लाईक पपीहा, साज, दिशा and also Chashme Baddur, which we recently celebrated online for completing its 40 years. Sai Paranjpye has also directed landmark plays like Sakhe Shezari and Jaswandi. एक अत्यंत संवेदनशील आणि त्याच वेळी अतिशय कणखर असं असलेलं व्यक्तिमत्व या त्यांच्या गुणांचा मिलाफ त्यांच्या प्रत्येक कलाकृतीत आपल्याला अनुभवायला मिळतो. आता मी सई परांजपे यांना विनंती करते की त्यांनी आपले मनोगत आपल्या समोर व्यक्त करावे.
This little platform was made especially for two people, Lata Mangeshkar and me. Before I start, I want to make a little confession. You just heard that FTII had done a program celebrating 40 years of Chashme Baddur. And obviously, as a director and the writer, I was taking part in that. It was an online program. And being a very proud Punekar, I wrote in Marathi and I was chastised. Look, our audience is national. It goes all over India. So you can't talk just in Marathi. I said, but that's my language. It's my mother tongue. I want to talk in Marathi. So anyway, I began, and then gradually listeners, sure enough, started saying, "Ki, please, we can't understand. Can she switch to either English or Hindi?" So today, when I was invited to speak with you about this wonderful function that we are attending, I thought, rather cleverly, I thought that I must write and must speak in English. And sure enough, Bhupenji says, अंग्रेजी में बोलेंगी? हाँ, ये तो लोगों का expectation है कि आप मराठी में बोलो. So what, you can't win. You can't win. So please, I stand chastised, but bear with me. I will talk or read in English, because somebody just said to me rather snidely, "Oh, you're going to read a script." I said, "Yes, I'm afraid so, because if not, I tend to go all over the place. I lose the thread, and being a woman, perhaps, I mean, the feminist, I don't stick to a point, but whatever takes my fancy, I travel all over. And so I don't want to be, already we have lost a lot of time. So I don't want to encroach any further. Let's start. Distinguished dignitaries on the stage and equally distinguished people in the auditorium, namaskar. In the early 60s, the winds of change started sweeping across the nation. India held its breath. Something magical was about to happen. In many countries across the world, television had become a fact of life, an integral part of daily routine. India was determined not to be left behind. A high-powered committee of experts was formed to study the matter from all angles with a view of forming turning a lofty dream into concrete reality. P L Deshpande, along with Professor Mulay, was appointed the head of the committee, and PL, as you know, needs no introduction. Jabbar beautifully gave a detailed introduction, in fact, just now. And especially in Maharashtra, he is a family word. A scholar, writer, satirist, playwright, critic, musician, orator, performer, multimedia personality, he excelled in whatever task he undertook and shone in whichever field he graced. I was in Delhi at the time, writing and directing plays both in Hindi and Marathi. I don't remember how or why, just idle curiosity maybe, but I happened to drop in at the Akashwani Bhavan on Parliament Street for a look-see. A minuscule television kingdom had been set up on the 6th floor of the building, complete with a tiny studio, a control booth, panel, cameras, monitors, lights, mics, and so on. Very modest, but functional. PL himself was present there, overlooking 1,001 things. He knew me from my radio days in Pune and greeted me very warmly. Not only that, but he gave me a guided tour of the fledgling studio. In fact, he opened for me the magic world of television. Little did I dream that one day, quite soon in fact, I would join the very first batch of producers and design programs from that very small, cramped, and frugally equipped studio. There were 6 recruits in this first batch. Habib Tanveer, the theatre thespian, was one. Swadesh Kumar, a journalist. A. Pratap, a writer. P. Kumar Vasudev, and 2 women, Shama Zaidi and me. P. Kumar was the most techno-savvy out of the whole lot, out of all of us, being an FTII film alumni. I remember the miracles Kumar would conjure up in the small, tiny Akashwani studio, along with M.S. Satyu, who was then the art director. I'll never forget his audacious creation of Dadar Tilak Bridge in that tiny studio, if you please, for some play that he was doing. I'm delighted that FTII has named a studio in his honor. It is an honor well deserved, as is indeed the studio for Mulay Saab. Mulay Saab was also a very delightful colleague, senior colleague, and I remember he had a very lovely sense of humor. He would scold you, but always with a little bit of, underlining something, a fun thing. He was a very delightful person. Habib and Shama did not stay for long and left the four of us to continue on our adventure. Those were the days. History in the making. We soon moved to a proper state-of-the-art studio right next door. It was spacious, well-equipped, and beautifully designed. Quite grand, in fact. The renowned BBC official, one Mr. Humphrey Barron, arrived to teach us the intricacies of the new medium. He was a wonderful teacher with a British sense of humor. And in a fascinating 3-month course, he demystified the enigma that was television. In the late 60s and early 70s, as more and more TV antennae started crowding the skyline, a need was felt for a well-orchestrated study course for the incoming TV personnel, producers and technicians of tomorrow. These future functionaries had to be thoroughly prepared to cope with the gigantic task of wielding the new tool of education and entertainment effectively. So, in 1972, a T was deftly inserted into the title of the Film Institute of India. It became FTII, a Film and Television Institute of India. A TV training wing was introduced accordingly into the scheme of things. Initially, this new activity was somewhat hesitant and took timid baby steps. In fact, it was in turn looked upon as a baby sister or even a stepsister, and not accorded much respect, I'm afraid. Training for film took 2 to 3 years, whereas a tele-training course wound up in just a few months. Gradually, however, the TV wing gained muscle. The curriculum was streamlined and competent teachers joined the faculty. The new courses such as animation and computer graphics were added and made the package attractive. A 3-phase course was conceived by the then Dean, Dr. Iftikhar Ahmed, and it was brilliantly designed and put into action by Professor Jayashree Kannal. In fact, her unstinted dedication for television training was lauded just today. I am proud to claim a close and a creative relationship with both Jayashree and her other half, A.S. Kannal, a skilled cameraman and consummate teacher of all things audiovisual. We have worked a lot together over the years, the three of us, and I'm happy to say that it was a very constructive and a very delightful partnership. Despite the good work that has been done by the TV training wing of FTII, I have a niggling feeling that it has not quite got the full-powered attention that it deserves. So, I would like to applaud here today the director, Bhupen Kaithola, for seizing this golden opportunity today to turn the spotlight on this conscientious body, for focusing attention on the vital role that it has played in shaping Doordarshan's destiny. Then, this is in fact just one of Mr. Kaithola's contributions since taking on the mantle of its directorship. Short film courses held across far-flung places from Ladakh to Port Blair, online celebrations of important historic film events, including, launching a Vijay Tendulkar script writing course, the erection of a spectacular abstract sculpture fashioned out of film scrap and waste, and a deluxe coffee table book mirroring the achievements of FTII and its alumni. These are some of the activities that may be enlisted here. And oh yes, getting rid of the evil elements that had occupied, overstayed, and not by days or months, but years, mind you, and refused to quit this beautiful premise. He got rid of them, no mean achievement. Pula had coined a very beautiful word for television, Prakashwani. So apt. Something that brings light into the world of us mortals and illuminates our path. The fact that I am standing here to celebrate the naming of a television building after the very man who took me on a guided tour of a fledgling TV studio decades ago seems surreal. The equation, though, continues even today. This very man who had said, "Open sesame," or "Khul ja sim sim," or "Tira ugad," had owned up the doors of Prakashwani magically for me, lighting up the path leading to my future career. It even included my very proud moment of doing the very first program, inaugural program of Bombay Doordarshan. Now, was it destiny or perhaps just a mother of all coincidences? One may easily ask. In any case, this is an opportune moment for me to express my heartfelt gratitude and share with you my happiness in being involved in this unique event. My cup of joy is truly full, so let me stop before it runneth over. Thank you.
बड़े लोग ऐसे ही बड़े नहीं होते, एक दिन दो दिन नहीं कई सालों की तपश्चर्या उसमें लगती है, और अभी सई मैडम का भाषण उसका उत्तम नमूना है। उन्होंने जिस कार्यक्रम का जिक्र किया वो चष्मे बद्दूर में मैं और मॅडम जयश्री कनल उनसे बात कर रहे थे आणि माझ्या असं लक्षात आलं त्या हसत हसत खूप कौतुक करतात आणि पटकन कान पकडतात। वो अभी उन्होंने किसका कान पकड़ा है उसमें मैं नहीं जा रहा हूं। हमारे बीच और एक बहुत ही बड़ी हस्ती आज मौजूद है, जनरल MM नरवणे। हम ये कह सकते हैं जिन्हें सेना का अनुशासन और संगीत और कला की रसिकता विरासत में मिली है। इनके पिताजी वायुसेना में विंग कमांडर थे और इनकी माताजी एक लेखिका और आकाशवाणी पुणे की स्टाफ न्यूज रीडर थी। अनुशासन के साथ साथ हम ऐसा सुनते हैं कि जनरल साहब की रसिकता उसके धरोहर को ये संभाले हुए है। अब वो घड़ी आ गई है जिसका हम सबको बेसब्री से इंतजार है। अनुरोध करता हूं आज के हमारे मुख्य अतिथि जनरल नरवणे जी से कि वो अपने दिल की बात हम सबसे साझा करें। द चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ जनरल मनोज नरवणे जी।
Mr. Bhupinder Kantola, Director of the FTII, Mrs. Sai Paranjpye, Dr. Jabbar Patel, the guests of honor today, distinguished faculty, members of the staff, proud alumni, aspiring trainees, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great honor and pleasure for me to have been invited for the Diamond Jubilee celebrations of the Film and Television Institute of India. A special thanks to Mr. Bhupinder Kantola, the director, for inviting me. I feel privileged to be here in the presence of Mrs. Sai Paranjpye and Dr. Jabbar Patel, the guests of honor for today. Mrs. Sai Paranjpye is, of course, a long-time family friend, and in our albums at home, we have a number of photographs when she had visited us in France in the mid-60s. That's when I believe she babysitted me, of which I have no memory. And I think after that, we are meeting now for the first time. A visit to Pune is always nostalgic, and it takes me down memory lane. मेरे दादाजी का घर प्रभात रोड पर था और मेरे नाना जी का करवे रोड पर। और जब हम छुट्टियों के लिए गर्मी के छुट्टियों में आते थे तो हमेशा एक घर से दूसरे घर आना जाना होता था, और वो भी पैदल। शायद तभी मुझे आर्मी में पैदल सेना में भेजा, लेकिन आते जाते हमेशा FTI के सामने से गुजरना पड़ता था। लेकिन मेरा FTI के साथ इतना ही कनेक्शन है, FTI के अंदर मैं पहली बार आया हूँ। So today, that wish of entering the FTI has also been fulfilled. I feel immensely proud seeing the sprawling FTI campus and the historic Prabhat studios. The FTI has come a long way since the establishment of the Prabhat Film Company way back in 1963. A stellar and pioneering film company of its time, it produced several important and iconic films. The legacy of this studio, once the biggest in Asia, lives on through the FTII. My compliments and congratulations to the faculty members, staff and alumni for 60 years of unparalleled contribution to the film and television industry of India. It is also a special occasion for the Institute's TV wing for completing 50 years of their establishment. Their Golden Jubilee also coincides with another landmark occasion, the victory of India over Pakistan in the 1971 war and the liberation of Bangladesh. This year being observed as the Swarnim Vijay Varsh by the armed forces all across the country. I also wish to congratulate the FTI for dedicating the impressive TV building to the memory of Sri Purushottam Lakshman Deshpande, the proud recipient of the Padma Shri in 1966 and the Padma Bhushan in 1990, and fondly remembered as Pula. He remains an iconic figure of our times. He wore many hats with equal ease and finesse: playwright, music director, actor, translator, orator, academic, and many others. A media article I recently chanced upon aptly describes his larger-than-life persona, and I quote, "Pula made Marathis laugh at their foibles and follies, helping them retain their faith in humanism, pluralism, and democratic values," unquote. These values are intrinsic to a national character, and he epitomized these through his works. To be able to stand back and laugh at yourself is a great quality very few possess, a mark of humility and greatness in equal measure. This initiative of the FTI of honoring the legacy of P L Deshpande is indeed praiseworthy. It is yet another acknowledgement of his unparalleled contribution to Marathi literature. This building, dedicated to him, will continue to inspire those who walk through the portals of FTI to rise above the ordinary and leave their footprints in the sands of time. The mention of his characters will always bring a smile to our faces and tickle the funny bone within. Such is his legacy. It also gives me great pleasure to dedicate the two renovated TV studios to the memory of Mr. V.G. Mulay and Mr. P. Kumar Vasudev, two stalwarts of the FTI. Mr. Mulay was in fact involved with Doordarshan from the early days when we were still experimenting with TV transmission. There are many firsts to his credit, as was mentioned earlier, and in the film also, from the first outdoor live telecast of the Republic Day Parade to the color telecast of the 1982 Asian Games in Delhi. It is a reflection of the central role he played to the growth of Indian television during those formative years. Mr. Vasudev is another contemporary of that golden generation, an alumni of the FTI. His contribution to Doordarshan and to Indian television is well acknowledged. He will always, however, be remembered and synonymous with India's first soap opera, Hum Log. He mesmerized audiences across the country as they readily identified with each of the characters. But it was not just pure entertainment. Hum Log was also about addressing social issues and reinforcing our family values. Both Mr. Mulay and Mr. Vasudev shall forever be remembered for their pioneering work in shaping the Indian TV industry during this initial phase. The ceremony today is indeed a fitting tribute to their unmatched contribution. The FTII is recognized as a center of excellence in the audiovisual media. Its contribution to Indian society and to our culture through its industrial alumni, both in India and overseas, is well acknowledged. The role of mainstream cinema in reinforcing our core values, preserving our diverse culture, and galvanizing the nation in times of crisis cannot be overemphasized. Art imitates life. Films are a reflection of our society. At the same time, they leave a deep imprint and even shake us up from our indifference and apathy to many important issues. It takes courage and self-belief to talk about sensitive subjects like sexual violence, honor killings, dowry, drug abuse, reservations, religious intolerance, and many more such topical issues. War movies have always had an enduring impact on people of all ages, especially our youth. These films have immortalized our soldiers in the heart of every Indian. We have grown up watching these films, which have captured the valor and travails of our armed forces. They still serve to reinforce the spirit of supreme sacrifice of our soldiers in the nation's conscience. A large number of TV serials too have taken the life and challenges of the front line to every home, creating better awareness amongst our society while firing up the youth to join the armed forces. The interaction and outreach by popular actors in difficult areas has further reinforced this bond between the military and our society. And I would like to take this opportunity to gratefully acknowledge the role of the entertainment industry in making this possible. On a lighter note, I have always found the stereotyping of the Indian officer in films both amusing and intriguing. The beautiful heroine's father is always a Khadus colonel wearing a silk dressing gown with a whiskey in one hand and a shotgun in the other. Really intrigues me. But while creative license is understood, I believe that stereotyping of communities and characters is best avoided lest we start believing in it. While all this is perhaps well known, I must also acknowledge the FTII's own efforts in recent years to reach out to the youth of the Union Territory of J&K. Your workshops on screenwriting, acting and filmmaking were received with great enthusiasm in the Valley. The personal initiative of the director, Mr. Bhupender Kenthola, was the key to the successful initiative. The pandemic has perhaps severed this link. However, such initiatives to empower the youth are indeed the need of the hour. And as the director mentioned, the Indian Army is again ready to take on the role of facilitator to restart this initiative. The nation is passing through a challenging period. The exigencies on our active and unsettled borders, both on the west and the north, have only increased in the times of the pandemic. The Indian Army, your army, has stood tall and strong in the face of these challenges. However, I have always maintained that wars are not fought between armies, wars are waged between nations, and it requires a whole of nation effort. While hard power in our context will always be relevant, equally important is the leveraging of our soft power. The role of FTII and the Indian film emerging India to the world. The FTII can justifiably take pride in the contributions of its alumni. Or they play Indian music every day as part of their daily routine. And he even rattled off the names of a number of our actors and actresses. And I must confess, I didn't know many of them. I once again thank Mrs. Sai Paranjpye and Dr. Jabbar Patel. Words cannot truly express your outstanding contribution in enriching our lives with your work. On a personal note, I wish to thank Mrs. Paranjpye for a cherished family association that dates back almost 5 decades. Many thanks for inviting me to this landmark occasion, and congratulations to you all on the Diamond Jubilee of the Institute. Much has been achieved during the journey of the last 60 years. I have great confidence that the Institute shall continue to be the launchpad for the aspiring artists of tomorrow. Lastly, I wish the director and the entire fraternity of the FTII great success in all their future endeavors. Good luck and Godspeed. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, General Saab. On behalf of Director FTI and all of us present here, I would like to say that we are very fortunate to be the witness of Sir's first visit to FTII. और हम आशा करते हैं कि आप बार-बार यहाँ आए, आपका स्वागत है.
It is turning out to be memorable evening, I'm sure. समय कैसे बीतता है पता ही नहीं चलता. देखते देखते हम आज के इस शानदार कार्यक्रम के अंतिम चरण में पहुंच चुके हैं. And as we all know, if you give the world the best will come back to you. And hence it is time to thank you all. So I request Syed Rabi Hashmi, the Registrar FTI, to propose vote of thanks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 50 years ago, when the Television Training Center was made a part of this Young Film Institute, no one would have imagined the kind of influence this medium would have on every individual the way we see today. P L Deshpande, P. Kumar, Vasudev, and Mulay were 3 great individuals who inspired a good number of creative souls to use this medium to express their art and life. It is an honor and privilege for me to propose vote of thanks to today's Chief Guest, Chief of Army Staff General M.M. Naravane sir, for unveiling the P L Deshpande mural, and also for dedicating 2 studios to the memories of P. Kumar, Vasudev, and Mulay. Sir, your presence, your address here, and the visit to our facilities, sound recording studio, tomato studio, all were quite encouraging, sir. Our guests of honor, Sai Madam and Jabbar Patel, sir. Without their sharing of memories, this program would have been incomplete. Thank you so much, Sai ma'am. Thank you so much, Jabbar Patel, sir. I would like to place it on record our deep gratitude to each one of the families of P L Deshpande ji, Mulay, and P. Kumar Vasudev. Also, Sri Ashok Ale is with us. He is the artist who designed and executed the P L Deshpande mural. And this audience is quite august. Dr. Mohan Agasha sir, former director of FTI. Pune University Vice Chancellor Professor Nidhin sir. NFI Director Prakash Magdum sir. From All India Radio, Ashish Bhatnagar sir. Srimati Veena Naravane ma'am. This list is endless. I would like to thank you everyone, the family, FTI family who were felicitated today, and also the team FTI under the visionary leadership of Director sir. Thank you so much everyone.
Thank you sir. अब हम कार्यक्रम के समापन की तरफ आ रहे हैं. आपणा सर्वांना नम्र विनंती की आपण राष्ट्रगीतासाठी उभं राहावं.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, sir. The invited guests are requested to join for the high tea at the Prabhat Studio, the historical monument place. I request